Hey guys, welcome back on this Tuesday afternoon. Hope your guys' day is going pretty good. And what I wanted to do again, I wanted to do another little jersey comparison here. This time, doing a couple of jerseys from the St. Louis Blues. Again, this is another team I could do a couple different parts of this. Now, it's interesting. This I have not worn this jersey in a long time, and I literally almost forgot that I had it. And I kept thinking too when I looked at this, I'm like, okay, when it came to the Winter Classic, why didn't St. Louis do this? I mean, how would this have looked? I think this would have been a really nice look for the Winter Classic against Chicago. But this is a jersey from, I think it's the late mid to late '70s. I think is when this one when they wore this one. It's really nice. I really like this look. But the jerseys I kind of wanted to take a look at for St. Louis today, it is it's not the current design. It is this. We're looking at this one first. This, of course, is the 1980s design. This was the design that Brett Hull wore for a good chunk of his career, which when I pulled it out and I set it down, I looked at it and I'm like, I need to run that through a wash. It's got a little stain right there, so I gotta run that through a little quick wash and spray a little OxyClean on that and see if that'll come out. But this is the jersey that, I mean, they had this up until I think about 94, 95. They had this jersey, and this is a good look. I mean, it's I mean, there's not a whole lot to it. I mean, you got the white and yellow stripes there with a little bit of red, and I'm for me, I love the addition of red in the Blues logo. I've always liked the little touch of red there. It looks just incredible. I think it looks good. A lot of Blues fans aren't that crazy about the little red accent. I think it looks cool. The neckline is really nice, and I mean, I like the striping on the sleeves, the striping on the bottom hem. It looks really good. Of course, this is one of the CCM vintage jerseys, and and of course, one thing I know St. Louis fans don't like, they never like, I mean, we St. Louis, they got to let you know where they're from, right? So they tell everybody they're from St. Louis, and yeah, and I mean, I like the way this looks. This is a cool look. Well, then they decided in about 1995 that 94, 95 that they were going to do a little change. They thought this was getting old, and in the mid '90s is when a lot of teams started experimenting with different jersey designs and just different things. They were being bold, way more. They were way more adventurous back then than anybody is now, because it's weird. The designs back in the mid to late '90s that people hated, oh, people love them now. They love them now. What they changed to when they went from this, and this was the jersey that Wayne Gretzky wore for 1 year, and they went to this. Now, again, very bold design, hell of a rebrand. I mean, to go from basically just like your basic design to, they really went all out with the rebrand design here. And again, it's got the red in it. It looks fantastic. The changing of the neckline is good. I mean, you still got the little red outline around here, which looks great. But I mean, you've got the angled the angled look there. It's almost like guitar strings, but they're not like guitar strings, but kind of like musical notes. Basically, is kind of musical note lines, and it was an interesting design choice for sure. And of course, they added the trumpet, the St. Louis Blues trumpet on the shoulder, which I thought that was a cool little touch. Now, of course, they were getting heavy into the dye sublimation stuff, and like that's how you got Wild Wing from the Anaheim Ducks. You got the Vancouver Canucks old alternate that kind of looks like it's got a big check mark going through the center of it, going kind of upwards, and yeah, they decided, well, hey, why don't we make a jersey with this? Now there are pictures out there of the jersey that Mike Keenan said, hell no. you are not putting us in that. It was this. It had the big trumpet logo on it, trumpets all over the place, and it's like, yeah, no. And I'm glad they didn't go through that. But wow, what a collector's item that would be to have that. But I mean, this is a cool look. I like this look. And they went with this look when they did the first reverse retro. They used this jersey. They reversed it. That's basically all they did. They literally took what it was supposed to be, what the assignment was, and they did the assignment correctly, because they took this jersey and they reversed it. They literally did the assignment. They did the assignment correctly. They took this jersey, reverse retro, we're just swapping the colors, and that's what they did. Now, a lot of people don't like this one. They don't like the fact that the St. Louis Blues, but you're in red. But again, it was the reverse retro. You're supposed to reverse the colors. I like this jersey. I am a fan of this jersey. And it's a cool little look. It is definitely a unique look. And it's interesting too, sometimes when I put these back in the closet, trying to get them to all kind of mesh back together. But this look was definitely interesting. And they had this look up until, I believe, late 90s into the early 2000s. I think 2000 or 2001 is when they would change to basically the type of look that they have now, which that is a look that when I do a second part to this, I will kind of look at that one and kind of show that off. But this was a cool look. I'm one who always thought this was a cool look. A lot of people not so much, but again, I thought it was very unique. It was very bold. It was a very bold design choice. And again, the bold design choices are kind of what I wish that the designers would go back to. Because I mean, you went from just this basic type of design here, which everybody loves this type of design, and it's a good design. It's simple, but it's nice. And then they said, hey, be bold, and they went bold. Go from this to this, definitely a bold choice. Especially, I mean, when you look at these two in comparison to the one here that I'm wearing. I mean, it's definitely a contrast. It's definitely a contrast, but they're all nice. They're all nice jerseys. And St. Louis really has not made a really bad jersey, other than the trumpet. The trumpet one, thankfully, that was something that did not become a thing. as I take a little drink of my tea there. I'm glad they didn't do the trumpet thing, but would I mind coming across one to have for the collection? No. Now, not that I've looked it up. I have not looked it up on eBay to try to find one. I got to think if you find one, it's probably not going to be cheap. But I mean, just St. Louis, they made a bold decision in the 90s. And again, I wish we had some more bold designers. I mean, St. Louis comes out with this logo or this look. You have, of course, the Wild Wing. You have the original Storm jersey from the Tampa Bay Lightning. Those jerseys, those designs back then, they were bold designs, and they went big into the dye sublimation, especially with the Storm jersey and Wild Wing, and the Burger King jersey with the big sash going through. It was interesting. Vancouver with the big check mark going up. It was interesting. They were trying stuff. That is something that you don't see them do anymore. Now everything is just basically so plain, and that's how you end up with, especially like with hats and stuff. That's how you end up with championship hats that look like that. Just, Hopefully with New Era now, we'll actually get some cool little designs. Although maybe not necessarily the type of designs that New Era did for baseball, because some of the designs they came out with, they're cool looking hats, but you got the logo in the center and the name behind it, and it just, no. Some of them looked pretty bad. I mean, it didn't mesh well. Cool looking designs, but don't have the names behind it, or at least if you're gonna have the names on it, like put them along the side, something. But St. Louis was bold. They were bold in the 90s to go from this to this with the trumpet on the shoulder. Definitely a bold decision to go with. And again, they had this jersey up until I believe about 2000. Let me know in the comments section just to be sure. But I mean, they had this for I think 5 or 6 years, and then they changed to basically the type of style that we know the Blues to have now, with a few minor tweaks here and there. But the Blues basically since 2000 have all looked kind of the same, with the exception of the Reebok era, which, Reebok. Oh, yeah. For a lot of hockey collectors, Reebok, a time that a lot of us would love to forget when it came to jersey designs. And Reebok. Yeah, well, but St. Louis, they were bold. They made a bold choice in the 90s. And I gotta admit, I liked it. I'm probably in the minority on that, but I thought it was a cool look. It was definitely a look that was going to catch your eye, and that's the one thing. As I started collecting throughout my younger years, I love the cool designs, because it's something where you're looking, and all of a sudden you see it out of the corner of your eye, and you're just like, whoa, that's cool. That's what that 90s Blues one is. It's something, it catches your eye, and you're kind of like, that's neat. And that's kind of what that is. And a lot of the jerseys in the 90s, that's what that was. Eye-catching. That's what you want. At least for me, that's how I want it. And I thought it was a cool little design. But let me know what you guys think. Do you like, which one do you like better? You like the more 80s style, which, again, not knocking this. This is a great design. I love this design. This is a really nice design. You like this one? You think this one is cool? Is the better one? Or you like the more bold one? Again, I like both of them. I think they both stand out. They both look incredible. I give St. Louis credit for going bold in the mid '90s when basically everybody was. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. Smash that like button. That would be fantastic. Also, hit that subscribe button or tap the subscribe button, whichever one you would like to do. That would be fantastic. Also, to tap the little bell if you want to be notified of anytime videos are uploaded. That way, because I would love to see you all here again. And and of course, share the video with everyone that you know. Share the video with everyone that you don't know. I would love to have every hockey fan in the world. I would love to have you be here on the channel with me. That would be fantastic. I love talking hockey. I love talking hockey jerseys. I'm just, when a lot of times they say, I'm one of those guys. I'm like, hockey born, hockey bred. Damn, I'll be hockey dead. So smash that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Share the video with everyone that you know or don't know. And, let everybody know about the channel. If you see people out and about that love hockey and, and you're a subscriber to the channel, tell them about the channel. And, like I said, I'd love to have every hockey fan I'd love to have every hockey fan out there join me here on the channel. And, which Blues one do you like better? The 80s or the really bold 90s style? Let me know. Let me know your opinions in the comments. Hit like and subscribe. Share the video. Hit the little bell. I will see you guys later.